We're here with FikaAI and have the opportunity to interview some amazing people in the Java community here at DevNexus. And I'm excited to interview Michael Redlich today with the New Jersey Java user group. Is that correct?
Yep, the Garden State Java group.
The Garden State.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
We can't forget the
it is the Garden State.
It is, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you for spending a few minutes with me today.
Thanks for having me on.
Would love to just for a few minutes discuss a little bit about your journey. Obviously, the Java community has played such an important role over the last 30 years in building what we have today. And DevNexus is the largest in the country of Java independent conferences for developers, and you've been part of it for a long time. Briefly, tell us a little bit about your journey into Java when you started your career.
So I started out with learning C++.
Okay.
And I attended a number of C++ conferences, and Java came out. And so it was finally around the year 2000 I started getting more interested in Java. I started the Java user group in 2001.
Okay.
Under a different name.
Sure.
Long story, but we rebranded in 2020.
Okay,
and went on our own, and we're our own nonprofit. Before that, we were sponsored by another overall, computing group.
Sure.
So, and it's been just a great journey in, building up to where we are today. We were pretty much under the radar.
Okay.
Not too many people knew of us, and little by little, we started getting more external speakers.
That's great.
So, but we started out doing things like, hey, I found this code on this particular, periodical. It works well. Let's try to make it break. So it was just pretty much all homegrown.
That's great.
And then when we went, more. With more external speakers.
Right.
First of all, they didn't have to listen to me speak anymore, which was a good thing.
Yes.
But it's been great, and I'm glad to be part of the microprofile working group, the Jakarta EE working group, and so we're and some of us are committers on some of the Jakarta EE specs.
Well, that's very important for the community.
Right, yeah.
Just backtracking a little bit, so it was very common back in the day, as we like to say, to take the experience as an object-oriented programmer, which was primarily C++ in the late 90s, as it was moving towards Java. When you adopted it, what focus did you have from a Java development standpoint? What was your first Java project that you're most proud of?
Oh, wow. Geez, you're asking me to go back quite a way.
Yeah. What kind of project was it? What kind of coding was it? Do you recall?
Yeah, just small applications, I guess.
Okay.
It's just learning the language was I guess the first thing to learn and getting to understand. And I got into a little bit of servlets. So my first introduction to enterprise. And of course, I'm into it more now, but back then it was, not too much. Got into Glassfish a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, it's great to see how those technologies have evolved.
Oh, yes.
It's been like slow but sure. And then when I started writing for InfoQ, I write for InfoQ in the Java space.
Oh, great.
And so, now you're learning more about what's going on. So it's been good. So I'm really happy for what we've been doing. I've gotten into open source,
right?
A little bit here and there, and
And what was the catalyst for you to start doing things outside of your daily job responsibilities? You started the community, and then you started doing some other things. A lot of people sit at their desks and they don't necessarily dive into other areas where they're doing things outside of going to work. What was it for you that started to spark the idea that I wanted to start doing things like InfoQ, the Garden State Java user group, those types of things?
Yeah, it's I guess just from making friends in the Java community. I was recruited by someone from InfoQ to start writing for them back in 2016. And Victor Grazi. So he got me into it, and so that was and just I guess a general interest in learning more. And then getting into once Java EE was donated to the Eclipse Foundation, it was fun being part of that community effort to come up with a new name. which
I
is
see.
Jakarta. So I really have been motivated to learn more of the specs.
Okay.
There's still some I still need to learn, but
Sure.
yeah. So it's just, I guess, just the love of the language,
Yeah.
and see where things have evolved. If I had a nickel for every time somebody said Java was dead, I would have been able to retire 10 years earlier.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
so,
Yeah, and that's one of the great things is it's a core language. I mean, here at DevNexus this year, clearly, is while we do have an AI track. AI is in everything.
Oh, yeah.
So there's so much changing. A lot of people in other technologies see Python as the leading language in that, and which it is. But Java is still very much a core, most popular language in the world, and people are using it. And it's just great to see all the innovation taking place from an AI perspective that we're seeing in community efforts, and I'm sure you're seeing throughout the community, and also people starting implementing different things within their work environments from a productivity. We want to be in the driver's seat of it.
Yeah. So absolutely. Yeah. So it's I unfortunately haven't had a chance to really get my hands dirty with AI just yet, but I've been learning a lot more, especially here just this past week. And the discussion we had on Tuesday was about okay, you can build your LLM with another language, but then you can use Java, which is the best production environment language, to make those REST calls, for example. And having seen some of the talks here on AI, I really I need to make the time to learn more.
That's great.
We had Marcus Hellberg from Vaden give a talk last September.
Oh, okay.
And it was on with the Spring Boot and Spring AI.
Okay.
And his demo was just amazing. And I'm thinking to myself, why can't some of these places implement these little these chatbots? And because they seem to be the worst to me, because you type in a question and it gives you answers that are totally unrelated to your original question. So why can't they do that? These other
how
places.
quickly can we get to a live agent?
Yes.
Right? And that's exactly how a lot of people feel. But no, we're definitely seeing a lot. So what's next for you? Is DevNexus is going to finish today.
Yep.
Obviously, it's a great conference. We always take a lot of things back. What are you going to bring back to your user group community that you learned this week? Or what's your next venture?
So I haven't had a chance to think about what to bring back yet.
Yes.
Our next Java meeting is on Tuesday.
Okay, good.
And we'll have Andre Almaray speak at that.
Excellent. That's always a good one.
Yep, absolutely. And I think for me personally, the AI stuff, I'd like to look at some of these repositories and start experimenting.
That's awesome.
That thing. And I'll be a Java 1 in a week and a half.
Absolutely.
So awesome. Looking forward to that. Yeah.
Great. Well, I really appreciate the time you spent with me, Michael. Take care.
Thank you, Ari.
Thank you.